Hello, welcome to Some Movies. Today I bring you an imaginative and exciting movie. I hope you enjoy watching it. In a near-future New Orleans, a mystery distributor gives a gang of drug traffickers, including one named Newt, a free supply of power, a pill that grants different superpowers for 5 minutes. 6 weeks later, Newt's adolescent cousin Robin, who works as a dealer, is almost robbed by clients looking for power. Officer Frank Shaver of the New Orleans Police Department, one of her frequent purchasers, saves her. Newt is tracked down by Art. He walks to his residence and then enters. When Newt notices the entrance of Art, he absorbs power. Suddenly, he attacks Art, intending to murder him. A guy on the lookout for the distributor Biggie, Newt dies after a collision due to overuse of power. Robin's mother is sick, and Robin must be mindful of her mother. Art tries to contact Robin to learn more about Biggie. Instead of Newt, he texts to Robin and makes an appointment. Art goes to his usual place and waits for Robin to come. Art will remain in place until Robin comes, but Robin is unfamiliar with Art. Art also discovers that the female is Robin, and the motorbike punctures him before attacking him once Robin begins. And then he locks him in the car. Frank is on a bank robbery mission when he sees that everyone has stopped and decides to take action himself. He consumes a power supply and enters the bank. The thief also used power and became invisible. Frank realizes it and goes after it. Frank goes to him quickly. After he gets caught, he gets into a fight with him and the thief fires a bullet at Frank, but Frank regains consciousness after a few seconds and arrests the thief. His commander finds out that Frank has used his power and he is suspended. His commander says that government officials are pressing him to end any inquiry into power. Commander Frank secretly shows him a picture. They think that Art is the source of the drug circuit and they should look for it. Art kidnaps Robin and forces him to take her to the safe house of a drug cartel. At first Robin resists, but then Art threatens him and he is forced to follow Art's word. Then they go to the store. Art pays attention to Robin not to run away, but for a few moments he is distracted and Robin disappears. Robin asks Quayo to save him from Art. When Art clashes with the Quayo people, he realizes that Robin's room is actually a truck. Robin is very scared and tries his best to open the door but fails. The truck starts moving but Art kills everyone and stops the truck. The door opens and Art is behind the door. He is very injured and can hardly walk. Art shoots at the door lock. He finds that power users all around New Orleans are being watched as drug test subjects. Robin starts to run away. Meanwhile, Quayo came back to life because of the pill he had taken. And he followed Robin, and Art, who was terrified, followed them. Quayo hits Robin and then Art arrives to save Robin John. And then Art asked Robin for help and offered him money. Robin also helped Art to heal his wounds. While treating Robin's wounds, Art explains that after leaving the military, he was recruited by Tage, a private defense contractor that experimented on him in order to develop superpowers. Tracy, his daughter born after the tests, manifested abilities without ever taking the medication and was kidnapped by Wallace, a Tage agent. Frank came to Robin's house because he did not answer his phone, and you found out that there were 2 men in the house who had come because of Robin. He also entered the bathroom from behind the house. He came into the house from the bathroom with a towel. He replaced himself with Robin's father and secretly told Robin's mother that he had come from her. And caused those people to leave the house. Soon after the people left the house, Frank stuck a phone in the back of their car. To be able to track them. Robin after curing Art. She sang a little rap for him and Art encouraged her to sing. Art established himself as an addict so he could join the club. The guard told him that you had no right to enter. He also said, "I do not need your permission." After that, He put himself in the place of the guard so that he could enter the ceremony. But this ceremony was to introduce a pill of power to the rich people of the city so that they could distribute a large amount of it in the world. Biggie is also present at the event as a presenter who introduces the pill and the abilities it gives to humans. Frank finds those people and picks up the phone he had embedded. Then he goes to Robin and shows him the photo of Art and says, "Were you with this?" Denied each other. To this end, he sends a woman into the chamber to prove to everyone the power of the pill. The woman takes the pill and her body freezes. Then Art launches in the war ceremony and the woman is frozen inside the chamber. Art argues with Biggie. Art asks him about the source of the pill so he can find his daughter, but Frank suddenly arrives to arrest Art. Art also gets involved with Frank. Meanwhile, Biggie is taking a pill, which made him a giant. Then Frank and Art escape and blow it up. Robin sees Wallace and follows him. Frank captures Art and notifies his captain, but Art reveals that the New Orleans power outbreak is mass testing to stabilize the drug, and that Tracy is the source of the drug's abilities. Art convinces Frank that his commander also takes orders from Teleos and gives Frank a few tips to prove him right. After convincing Frank, Art sent Frank on a ship. Frank then went and handed the Art over to the police so he could get close to the girl so he could save her. So Frank decided to help him. And he went to the pier where Robin saw him and said to him, "Why are you here?" He also said that he was sure that Art's daughter was on the ship. Frank gave her a headset so she could communicate with him. Frank was supposed to go in and Robin was going to stay out. Frank was shot in front of the front door, but he survived because he took the pill before entering. Robin boarded the ship and hid in the car. After entering the ship, Robin went to the command room to reach Frank. Frank said, "I told you to stay out and come back." It took a while for them to realize that they could control the ship's interior doors with the help of keys. The officers took Art down to the ship and tied his hands. Frank left the room and told Robin that he had to open the door for him. Frank had a fight with one of the soldiers who had taken the pill and had a high degree of flexibility. Suddenly Wallace broke down the door and entered the room. And while he was trying to enter, Robin escaped. Frank also took the power pill and had the usual 5 minutes. The ship began to move. Robin continued on his way until he entered another part of the ship through a ditch. Art also started talking to the guard and was able to threaten him to free himself. Wallace arrived after Art guard released him. Wallace wanted to engage with Art. But suddenly Frank came and tried to shoot him, but he threw Frank. And then he killed Art Wallace. Robin, who was on his way to reach Tracy, reached a room where he realized that the person in the room was Tracy. He went in and told her that I was on your father's side and ran away together. Frank and Art board the ship, looking for Robin and Tracy, who find each other. They were fleeing to get off the ship when a soldier followed them to catch Tracy. Here we see a fierce conflict between Art and that soldier. Robin, who wanted to go out with Frank and Tracy, decided to help Art. He was able to deal a severe blow to that soldier and then Art killed that soldier. Frank was injured 5 minutes later. And they went into the lifeboat with Tracy. Art also went to the deck of the ship to get rid of them. He took a loan and started a riot. Art is gone. Because he put a lot of energy into it. Tracy tried several times, but then woke her up with all her might. They boarded a lifeboat and Frank was the driver. And then they got off the ship and went back to the city. It was morning. Frank said he intended to inform the press about Project Power. Art thanked Robin for helping him find Tracy. And embraced him. He then gave her a truck with a bag full of money so she could treat her mother's illness. Tracy and Art are still free. Robin is with his mother. I hope you enjoyed watching this video too. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Good luck.